So that's all. Anyone else have any more comments, concerns, reasons to cry? Or
My dog is so cute. Okay, that's it.
It's a happy cry.
That's a good reason. That's a good reason.
Hello everyone, welcome to Main Quest Optional, the D&D podcast where insanity flies and we make our poor DM cry. Here with me today, as always, the Dungeon Master of Disaster, Double.
Hi guys, I am Double. I am the DM of my homebrewed world of Zari, and I am so happy that you guys can watch this with us, and let's introduce the cast.
I'm Jay. I will be playing Rain Tinju, the Wood Elf Cleric of the Twilight Domain. Let's get it on.
Hi, I'm Chelsea, and I'll be playing Saoirse O'Clery, a fairy druid, Circle of Dreams.
And I'm, of course, Robert. I play Crosswire, the Warforged Fighter, I mess it up every single time. The Warforged Fighter, the Metal Man with the Plan. And unfortunately today, Cobb, who of course plays Marcellus, is not going to be joining us. But without that, Jay, why don't you take away with the recap and, figure out where the hell we left off last week.
Okie dokie.
Oh god.
What? Was it my voice?
You sound a bit sleepy.
Well, it's the NyQuil. After a night's rest, the party continues on their way aboard the rails. The train suddenly stops and cannon fire can be heard. The party convinces 99 to let them assist, and a battle against a massive swarm of sandcakes commences. The forces aboard the trains are victorious and begin the recovery and repair process so they can continue on their journey.
Last week, you have developed your martial prowess even further. You have learned how to work together. This has been your second time fighting together. You've gotten to see the Serenians in action as well, some of their military power, and you are a step closer to your destination of up north. Don't know exactly where you guys want to go. You have a lot of options and avenues in front of you, but do you guys remember what you were doing? I believe Rosswire had a genius idea and just informed 99 of that.
That is correct. For listeners who haven't listened to the last episode, Crosswire was debating the idea that the attack on the rails might have been triggered or influenced by the party we previously met with while in the tower, who of course wanted to use us as lookouts as they do a heist of spice.
I just love saying that.
Yes, I do. It's fun to say.
I believe Saoirse was in the dining section of this train, stuffing their face full of dumplings again. Marcellus is in his room. What's going on with you, Rain and Crosswire? And Saoirse, are you leaving or what you doing?
I thought I was going to help with...
99 said he would get you.
Okay, that's right. In that case, then yeah, I'm just eating and resting up. These dumplings are delicious, especially after a battle.
They're really good. Mm-hmm.
Please don't fall asleep this time. Who knows what might happen? We're still kind of stopped. We might need your battle prowess again.
Oh, well, I'm a bit tired, but I think these will keep me going, give me more energy.
Indeed.
She stuffs a whole nother one in her mouth, even though she cannot fit one of them in her mouth. They're the size of her.
Splat up against her face,
yeah. She just starts like we put a tree into a what's it called? Like a tree trunk into a shredder or whatever.
Oh, wood chipper?
Yes. She's just like
Looney Tunes character, got it. As you guys are sitting down and eating, you see two Dragonborn making their way towards you. Aren't familiar to you. It is not 99. It doesn't seem to be any of the Inferno Divers who kind of have a unique look to them. They seem to be Steel Song. However, they do look like they are officers, and they kind of stop before you. One is green, one is blue. The blue one they both look hurt and a little scarred. There might be a little acid burns on their scales. However, they look like they're in a joyful mood. I mean, they are alive. Crosswire, where are you?
I do believe that I'm also with the group. I just, after talking to 99,
Mhm.
I sat with the table.
I would believe 99 was going up to you guys, and then you guys informed him, and then he left again. The Blue Dragonborn kind of speaks up. Thank you for helping today.
Oh, you're most certainly welcome. Do you require some medical attention? I can possibly give you a little boost right now if you desire.
No, thank you. It's all mostly superficial.
Well done. I saw your unit fighting down the line. It was quite impressive.
Well, we are some of the best. I just wanted to get your names, Sasha.
I am Rain.
Rain.
And I'm Crosswire.
Cross
Our companion, the other one that's with us, became
is
very
Marcellus.
fatigued. He's
Yes.
yes. Oh well, his reputation precedes him.
Glowing armor, and
Yeah, that'll do it, won't it?
He does tend to stand out in a crowd.
I'm Captain Turok, and this is my companion, Captain Crate. We're part of the Scout Regiment, the Steel Song.
I did not
He's-
get that second name.
Yeah, it was a crate.
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 I thought it was Greg. It's Captain Greg, guys.
Greg, yes.
Correct. Wait, now I lost it again. Fucking Greg.
Okay.
Break.
Turok
Craig.
and Crake.
Crake.
Yeah, like the first half of Kraken. If you didn't have the N at the end, just Crake.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you both as well. We will be assisting 99 in escort work, essentially, helping you guys out, providing any services that you might need, introducing you to other factions.
Is everything okay with 99?
It is. He's an Inferno diver, and Raxus might have need of him.
Very well. I mean, I don't get me wrong. We've just become accustomed to his company, but
I'm
I'm
sure.
glad to have yours as well.
Yes, the Kadar. We're about to interact with them.
Clans or something?
Yeah, clan houses. This is where
Yeah.
the Kadar don't reside in the Serene.
I do recall mention of them previously. 99 was informing us of them.
Yeah. I remember that as well.
Yeah, they are a bit militant. Some advice, Brain. Please keep your Holy Sybil concealed.
Oh, it's certainly, I suppose. And Rain will tuck away the amulet around his nest and just kind of wipe his hand on the armor, and you'll watch as the symbol that's emblazoned in his armor just kind of fades to smooth.
Yes, they are, sure you've heard the word before, militant zealots, and not a fan of other religions or deities.
Well, I will do my best to keep it low-key, as it were.
Thank you. When we get to the Keep of the Lost and Forgotten, I believe 99 informed me that you are interested in some shopping, either magical or possibly like to see what Clan Mokel Moon has to offer.
If we have time, yes, I would love to purchase some items for some of my spells to make sure that I'm stocked up for what I need. And but other than that, I'm quite content to keep moving north to the Pale Peaks.
Unfortunately, with this recent engagement, we will have to spend a few days preparing and resupplying, as well as reinforcing.
Don't mind me asking, but what is the current state of the train?
It is fine. Most of it is, as I previously said, as for myself, superficial. However, we Steel Song like to kind of smiles, show off what we have. So we would like everything to be in a pristine state, and we are running low on ammunition as well.
This is Robert talking. So double. Is the train currently stopped, or have we started back
No,
up again?
the train is currently stopped. They are kind of clearing, from what you saw as you were going back in, they were kind of clearing Sonkegs kind of out of the way, as well as recovering their dead, and they're probably going through their supplies and rearming, reorganizing. And you also heard from 99 that the rails in front of the train have been damaged a little bit.
Well, Turok, I'll be more than happy to lend a hand. I am quite handy when it comes to metalwork and just pretty strong in general. If you need any help with repairs or anything I can do, I'm more than happy.
thank you for the offer, though our engineers are taking care of it.
Do let us know if we can be of any service. The clan has been very nice to us, and we appreciate the hospitality that you've given us all.
It is an honor. Not many get to fly with Admiral Aralani.
Please believe it when I say that the honor is ours as well.
Once you're done eating, if you'll go to the front section of the train, we'll be waiting for you, right? I do believe you said you would offer some with preparing the rails.
Absolutely. I will do what I can.
You see Turok nod his head, Craig nods his head as well, and they both move away.
What color was Craig?
Craig is green.
As long as I'm thinking about it, I suppose this could have been something useful during the previous engagement. Some of the items that we found way back when in the desert. I have a brooch of shielding. Once a day it can be used to cast the shield spell. To whoever's wearing it. As Crossfire, you seem very capable of defending yourself as far as armor is concerned. Saoirse, would you care to have this at all? And
Yeah, that would have been quite a bit of help in the previous battle. She giggles. Sure.
okay, well, very well. Rain pulls it out of the bag of holding.
Do you need to attune to it?
I don't have it written down that you needed to. Yep.
Brooch of shield.
If there's no complaints as well, there's this pearl of power. Once a day, I can cast up to a third. I can basically store a third level spell in it. Or is there any? I think when it comes to healing, it'd be nice to have a few healing spells saved up just in case.
Sure, makes sense.
There's no argument. Again, I'm trying not to be a dictator.
Might I suggest we flip a gold coin for it if there is any dispute?
Most certainly. We'll talk with Marcellus once he gets back as well.
He has lots of things that are innate within him. So honestly, I feel like you having it is the best to keep us all safe. Makes sense to me.
I'll hold on to it for now and attune to it and understand it so that way it can be utilized effectively for the moment. And if there's questions, we'll talk it out.
Oh my god, there is actually a brooch of shielding.
And so then I'll take the Pearl of Power and kind of set it in the inlay of the armor and just kind of have it be like a piece that would be like hanging underneath where the amulet hangs. Once we get that super cool armor cube that morphs to whatever the hell we want it to be.
Well, Jay, if there is, Rain. Well, Rain, if there's any other items, if not, I think I would enjoy a nice, possibly a rest of some sort. I'm quite depleted after our last encounter.
Understood. I am as well, but I think I'll finish eating and head up and assist where I can, and then I will join you in a rest, and we'll go from there.
Will do. Crossfire gets up and he's gonna start heading outside the train. On his way, Dwight. Wait, let me get the drawing. I did the card out. What cart were we in? Which one is the giant hole that we? Correct me if I'm wrong, but was there not a hole in one of the sides of the thing?
There's like a small one in the
there's
one that
like
we
a
were
little.
in.
Basically, it was enough to look
Are
through.
you talking about like a peephole?
Outside.
Yeah, I was in.
Yeah,
That was in number 2. It's the officers' quarters.
Gotcha. So I go to 2, and I just want to kind of peer out.
I believe that's Saoirse's room.
Okay, gotcha. I'll go into Saoirse's room. I just want to kind of look out and just see what's going on. If I can see people doing anything.
Oh yeah, you see what looks like a few, probably patrols, just kind of walking about. Looks like teams of 3. You can't get like a perfect view. They're just kind of very, but yeah, it seems like there's just doing patrols and whatnot.
As you're looking through the peephole, Saoirse, you just hear this voice. Anyone doing anything funny right next to your ear?
Oh, it's you. You scared me there for a second. No, it just appears that they're gathering the supplies and doing a few patrols to this vulnerable state, just kind of cover our behinds.
Pretty boring.
You handled yourself quite well out there, if I wasn't mistaken.
You weren't mistaken. Thank you. You did pretty good too. I was really concentrating, so I couldn't really see too much, especially when that big one came out. I couldn't really see much going on the other side, but I could see underneath it, which was pretty cool. But I mean, we all did really great as a team. We haven't really worked together like that before. I mean, we were falling off of a ship one time, but that was a different scenario.
Yeah, so it was definitely quite interesting to see everyone with a bit more preparation, if you will, going into an encounter.
Right, and not just having been taken out of a jail cell that you've been in for God knows how long.
Do you know how long you were in that cell? My
It
memory
seems-
prior
it's-
to that seems to be fading at best.
I mean, I don't. It was really difficult to understand time passing there. I also don't really understand how time passes here. Where I'm from, it's not really something that people focus on. It's more like the seasons change. But I mean, we couldn't see outside. We couldn't. I don't remember how long. It felt really long.
Yes. Well, we're here now.
I'm happy I met you guys.
Yes, and it appears that we're going to be here for quite some time, if, you know...
Yeah. I think we can do it, though. I think we can kill them. We're gonna kill them. We're gonna kill them. Yeah, the person that's in charge of the Black Circle. That's what we have to do. We just have to find them, kill them. I mean, we killed that big thing. We get more powerful, and we'll kill them. No one else has done it, which is really strange, but also, I'm really awesome, so maybe they're just waiting for me, and then the combination of all of us together, I think, is just going to be great. So I think we can do it.
Yes, I definitely do agree. You are quite awesome, but I enjoy your optimism. I, for one, want to get home as soon as possible, so the death of whoever is behind the Black Circle and whoever is keeping us here would be quite good for me.
Yeah, I miss home. She grabs her acorn necklace.
Do you have anyone, the Feywild, that you left behind?
Everyone, my whole village. I miss Kran a lot. That's the name of my village. Everyone there, I was a big part of keeping them safe and finding the food. I worry about them. But there's a lot of other people there who were just as important as I was in getting the food and keeping the village safe. So hopefully everything... Oh, it's just stressful. So stressful not knowing what's going on over there.
Yes, I'm someone who enjoys to have control over their current situation, and can't imagine how it would feel to know, or not know, the current condition of everything you've once known.
Yeah, I'm mostly worried about my mom's and my best friend. I don't know, I just miss them. But honestly, being with you guys is, distracting from missing them. But it's still there, right before you go to bed and when you wake up in the morning and it's not the same smell that you're used to and different environment. But I'm learning every day. I like to learn and see new things, so there is an adventure part of it that is very exciting.
Yes, and for the most part, I do hope you enjoyed waking up to the smell of me cooking you rice.
Yeah, it smelled really good. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
I may
it
not be able
smells
to
like
eat
home.
food, but
Yeah.
I am aware that you guys really did not enjoy the rice.
Thank God.
I'm not the best
Oh,
cook.
thank God.
Yes.
Oh, you could see her. She was just like looking around, avoiding eye contact the whole time he started talking about his cooking. Oh my God. Right. Okay. Good. Yeah.
Just seeing the way you, for lack of better words, wood chips down those dumplings.
They're very delicious. I mean, that is a talent. That is an art form. All right. That's honestly better than, don't tell my mother's this, better than anything they've ever cooked me. But, oh God, those dumplings, now I can't stop thinking about. I just had a bunch, but I want more. Oh, that's amazing. But, I mean, everyone has their talents, You can do, so many things that I can't do. I mean, you've got the armor with the thing, and you can do and she does, like, the mimicking of your, like, gauntlets coming out, or your short sword thingies coming out of your gauntlets. I mean, that's pretty cool. I cannot do that. But,
also,
maybe not cooking. But, she looks very sincerely at you. I very much appreciate it.
Well, maybe in future I'll stay off of the cooking. I would still like to contribute some way, and it's always been something that's fascinated me.
Maybe we can find a way to teach you some things. I mean, I know a bit from my parents and the village. I mean, I'm a farmer, so I know a lot about product, but not so much about making it. But I mean, if there's a way that maybe we can, I don't know, do you have taste buds? Can you taste things? I know you don't necessarily need food, but can you taste?
Oh, I'm unable to consume anything.
Right.
I'm a warforged. I do not require sustenance.
All right. Okay. then we'll figure something out. Maybe we'll just have to go off of sight. Hearing. That's a big part of cooking. That's one of the things I remember. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll start. You wake me up in the morning right before you start cooking. I'll start doing the first watches at night when we get to that point. And yeah,
I would enjoy that. If I could.
I would have been proceeding to the front to meet up with the other two, as they mentioned.
Rain, I was informed to get you.
Oh, very well. Let's go. I was hoping I could be of some assistance.
It's not for the rails. It is for something else.
Oh, okay. I lead the way.
We'll be going to the back end.
Very well. I'll follow you. I don't want to, have anybody thinking anything crazy is going on after that was going on. So I'll
You're not in trouble.
bask in your glory. I don't believe I would be in trouble. I don't want anybody to think I'm not supposed to be where I'm at.
It's okay.
And I don't know.
It's
I'm
all
not
right.
familiar with
just follow me.
military.
And yeah, he leads you to the very back and you get to the locked door that you were previously at. And you see him take out a key ring and unlock this metal door and open it up. Inside,
I thought you didn't know what was here.
I didn't, but now I do. I was informed otherwise. I believe I won't be able to escort you any further. I've been called back to duty.
Well, Saloon's blessings on to you. I know it might not be your belief structure, but
any
She
god
watches
looking
over you
over me, I
nonetheless.
will appreciate.
I will say an extra prayer for you.
And you find yourself in what looks like a brig. There are these prison cells. There's nobody inside. And in these prison cells, however, there are more of those strange boxes that you've just kind of seen everywhere. And even during the resupplying and everything, none of the Dragonborn have even touched them. In the middle of this section of the train, there seems to be this steel or metal room with this metal door, and there's a metal door slat, or a kind of eye slit. Well, I just want to confirm that, look inside, these four are the ones that were going to try and steal from us.
Okay. Rain will tentatively, with fake confidence, walk up to the thing and take a look.
Inside, you see the four hanging up by their arms with chains to the ceiling. Their legs are also chained, and they seem to have some sort of mechanical or metal gag around their mouths.
Rain takes a step back. Yes, those are the four that said they were planning on robbing the train.
Good to know. And could you tell which one was their leader?
Were they wearing like the same clothing and stuff that they were?
No, they're kind of in this prison garb. Almost.
Can I clearly see Azariah's skull hand? It was the one with the skeleton hand. He was the one that approached me and appeared to be in charge. Said his name was Azariah.
Very good. And 99 definitely has a different air about him right now. He doesn't seem like his aloof self that you have gotten to know. But that is good to know. I would ask of you to go to the front end of the ship and assist Turok and Craig with repairing the rails.
Very well, I will do what I can. And I will proceed, and as I do, I hesitantly look back over my shoulder, wondering what I just sentenced these poor souls to, regardless of what they may have been trying to do.
You see 99 take out his revolver, his hand cannon, and open up the door and go inside.
Rain is gonna take out his symbol and just walk and pray. You can hear him. If there's anybody around, they can hear him muttering under his breath. So please forgive me and bless them and keep them in peace, even though they may have done bad.
And as you finish your prayer, Crosswire and Saoirse, as you're finishing up your conversation, there's a loud echoing gunshot that is heard throughout the train as well as this ravine canyon. Just one.
Shit.
What was that?
Did it
We
sound
know,
like it
we
came
tell
from
them what
behind me?
direction it was from.
Rain, you can tell where it came from. No, it's just kind of echoing around everywhere for you guys.
Check out the door, see if I see the soldiers doing
Mhm.
anything that they
And
did last time. See if anyone's
I
on
don't
alert.
remember if I said it last time. The ambient light is now yellow, not red or green.
Rain will just pause and you see him do a couple deep, slow breaths.
Saoirse in the room. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
And then, yeah, again, under his breath is just like, I did the right thing. Did the right thing. And then keep proceeding in the front of the train.
Fine. I don't really see anyone running around like they were when the big creepy crawlies were coming around. I guess someone's playing with the cannons.
Yes, possibly a misfire, malfunction, or maybe they found a creepy Carly, as you put it, not quite dead yet.
Well, I'm gonna take a little. I'm just gonna take a little rest. But I mean, what time of the day is it again? Wait, I have that written down somewhere. No, I
What does it
don't.
say? I don't think. It is.
I usually do. The last time you say it, I usually write it down.
It is in the morning. Probably.
Yeah, that's what.
I think it. Man, the timelines are merging. I'm sorry. Just give me a moment.
We slept. We woke. We woke up to the noise.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
We woke up. We woke up to the noise. So it's
Mhm.
the morning.
I don't think it's
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
midday
yeah,
yet.
yeah. Okay. I mean, it's still. I'm just gonna take a little nap and then go about town.
I'll leave you be then. Sorry for interrupting your room.
Oh, it's fine. You can stay.
I actually just I was telling Rain this before, but I do believe that the attack on the train was a calculated one. Perhaps by the four we met in the tower, the four other members of the Black Circle, or those who have been affected by them. I've not taken any note of them since we've entered this train and not see them in the battle. 99 did mention that these creatures were coaxed out by tremors in the ground, and I have seen that there are magical means of creating strong tremors, strong enough to perhaps coax out a great number of these creatures. I wanted to slip away to try to find the location or any information about whereabouts. If you want to help me look along the train, that would be quite helpful. If not, I shall leave you to rest.
Sleep.
You're not really one for speculation, are you?
Oh, I'll speculate. I just don't sugarcoat, as my mom says.
You do enjoy sugar. And Crosswire walks out of the room, closing the door behind him.
She falls asleep, dreaming of sugar cookies. Take a short rest.
Crossfire, as you're coming out, you see Rain coming up, and at the end of the hallway, you both see Turok and Crake. It looks like Turok is talking to Crake, and there are other Dragonborn, Steel Song officers kind of hustling about. What do you guys?
Do I see Rain holding the holy symbol? Are you still muttering?
As I'm approaching Craig and Turok, I stuff the holy symbol into my armor.
So as Crossfire and Rain, you both are heading towards Turok and Crake. Turok turns to look at both of you and says, "Are you guys ready?" Crosswire, you're more than welcome to come. Rain has fortunately magic that will aid us. Most of our engineers are busy with the rails behind us, so the rails in front of us will be up to you, Rain.
Well, let's begin. It could take me a little bit of time, but I can get it done.
No worries. And he leads you out of the train, down one of the ramps that you drawbridge-like ramps. And outside, it is kind of a hot hellscape, as there are craters, bodies. The smells are finally getting to you of battery acid, essentially, and some strange bug smell. I don't even know how to describe it. I don't even know if Crosswire can smell.
For notes, I never said I was going with them. Crosswire's going to just kind of nonchalantly enter his room.
Yeah, you go into your room, and they lead you to the front part of the rails, and you can see that a lot of the metalwork is pockmarked with this kind of corroded acid, and it seems to go probably for 100 feet.
Well, but no better to start than the beginning. And you just see Rain take the first pockmark that he sees and gonna kneel down and run his hands back and forth over the pockmark spot and for a minute, and he is just gonna keep casting mending until everything's fixed.
During this time, you see a few different patrols going around. It just seems to be Crake and Turok that are next to you, and that is all you're doing.
And yeah, Rain just keeps moving down the tracks, and in Draconic, he's gonna look over to Crake and Turok and ask, "Are you all from the same litter? Is that what it's referred to as?"
No, not necessarily. Litter would be Mokulmun, the Leonin, or Tabaxi. We're from the same clutch.
Right, forgive me for
no worries.
my lack of knowledge. Are you from the same one as 99 then?
No, 99 is their clutches are a bit different than ours. We know our brood mothers and fathers.
So the infernal divers are separate from the rest of the clan then? There's say like a subunit?
Yes, you could say that. They don't have brood mothers or fathers like we do. They're parentless. They're created by magic, and he looks to create technology, I guess, science.
Most interesting. So, I guess I don't have anything fun or interesting left to really ask him.
They're bred for
What
war.
do you know of Captain Adrix and the Pale Guard? They were the ones that first assisted us after the unfortunate accident aboard the airship.
Adrix specifically, not familiar. I haven't even heard of them. The Pale Guard are the elite of the Kadar, essentially, though they seem to be not as brainwashed in a sense. I don't even know how to describe it. The Kadar are bloodthirsty.
Well, remind me not to cross them. And Rain touches this chest where his holy symbols under the armor. Thank you for the warning.
Yeah, it would just
in regards to
create
that.
a confrontation, which is not worth having.
No, I can handle myself in confrontation, but I prefer not to start it.
And I do apologize if what I asked was offensive towards your religion.
It is not offensive. I don't prefer to hide my faith, but I also understand that my faith is built around peace and at the end of the day having community to come together. And sometimes you need to make concessions to make sure that community is possible. I know how I believe, and I know the blessings that I receive because of my faith, but that doesn't necessarily need to be broadcast everywhere in order to achieve the goals of my faith.
I thank you. Your religion sounds much more accommodating than the ones prevailing in Serene. Serene is a free worship city. Free doesn't necessarily mean the same thing to some people.
Free rarely means the thing that everybody thinks it means, that's for certain. Speaking of religions, when we were lost in the desert, I saw a symbol inscribed on some sort of shrine, as it were. And I'm going to describe the bat creature talisman that we gave to the fiend that ended up back in our property. Does that sound familiar? I've never come across a religion like that. Oh, I'm getting dice rolls from them.
Turok shakes his head no, and then Crake nods his head yes. And you see Turok look at Crake, and he's in panic. Turok starts asking, Pat, like, what do you know about that? And Crake does not say anything, and stays quiet. Hey, I apologize. Crake is mute. That's why something happened to his egg. To see Crake just kind of give Turok a dirty look. However, that's why we're scouts, part of the scout regiment. Crake and I work together well, and I'm the one who either writes up the report.
And did Crake introduce himself to me earlier?
Turok is the only one that has spoken.
No, okay. And Turok's the one that doesn't know, but Crake appears to have known.
Later I can... he looks at Crake, and Crake nods his head yes. Crake will write you something. Give you some information.
Oh, I would appreciate it. Knowledge of religions is important, and I may want to make sure I don't offend any more groups within Zari and Serene.
Bat, though, doesn't sound, I'm not a fan of bats, but the religions that are prevailing around Serene and Zari we're the holiest of the cities. The other ones up north don't really worship anybody, or as a government don't worship anyone.
I appreciate your information, and I appreciate you watching over me as I perform this work so we can keep getting underway.
Of course. I don't think any more of the song keg will come out.
And then Rain's just gonna keep working.
Probably right after that conversation, there is a second gunshot that kind of echoes throughout the ravine. Crosswire, what are you doing?
So Crosswire, in the meantime, he just entered his room and he wants to kind of maybe like wait 15 or so minutes, just like get a bit of time for people to move around the chain, let people think he is asleep, make sure that what was the names of the people we just met? Torok thinks he's asleep. Then you want to enter into the hallway. Just peek around the door. Is anyone in the car?
There's Dragonborn moving about.
He just wants to just go past him, and try to make it to the way towards the back of the train.
Yeah, nobody stopped you.
How far do I make
You
it?
make it all the way to the back of the train, then the locked door that you previously encountered.
Gotcha. While this is happening, at what point does the gunshot go off?
Probably around
Second
the fifth cart, kind of the command center.
Can this time can I get a better gauge of like it's actually coming from within the train?
What's your passive again?
My passive perception is 12.
No, you can make a perception check.
Okay, let's see here. It'll be no. That's an
I mean, you can't tell if it's coming from the train itself, but it definitely sounds like it's coming from behind. And that's where you know where the heaviest fighting was.
peculiar. I doubt there would be a misfire twice. And the crossfire is just going to continue to the end of the train. Until he gets to the divider between the 9th and the 10th cart. Previously, the 10th cart has been locked. Is it Crossfire?
It is
I
locked.
try the door. Is anyone in the 9th
No.
cart, or anyone
No.
in my vicinity? I want to I just want to listen at the door and see if I can hear anyone or any movement.
But yeah,
from
how
the
long
other
are you
side.
gonna wait?
Like a minute?
Yeah, let me double check. So yeah, as you're waiting, it sounds like there are 4 heavy footsteps heading towards the door from behind the door.
Cart 9 is a storage area. Is there any boxes or anywhere where Crossfire
Yeah,
could
definitely.
conceal
You can
himself?
definitely try and conceal yourself.
Okay. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to hide behind a stack of boxes and take out the power my lights down. The lights that go through my armor and my eyes. I kind of want to just shrink and kind of dim them.
What is the word I'm looking for? A stealth check.
Okay. I forgot to take off my armor before this. I made a note to myself to do that, but I did not because I get disadvantage with my heavy armor. And that is, it's a 16 and a 5, so it's 7 total.
7 total. Okay. Let me just check everything real quick. Yeah. So as you are kind of waiting and hiding, concealing yourself behind the boxes, those strange boxes, the door opens, and coming out, you see 4 Dragonborn that you have seen before. 3-8, 6-2, 4-0, and 0-7. They all close the door, and you can see them talking with themselves, with each other. They're speaking Draconic or Serenian. You're not quite sure. And then they make their way towards the front end of the train.
I'm good. They don't see me.
react to you at all, or seem to see you.
Oh, how long does it take them to clear the cart?
I mean, it's 50 feet every cart. I mean, a minute at the most.
I'm guessing the door would have
Yes.
fully
the door
closed by that
behind
point,
them.
correct?
Or they close the door behind them.
Well, I want to get up tentatively, and perhaps position. How wide are these carts again?
About 20 to 30 feet.
Is there any packages in this last cart that look specifically more bulky
No,
or
they're
protected?
all extremely uniform and the same.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, then I make my way to the door and I want to listen again.
Yeah. As you listen again, you hear a third gunshot sound.
Okay. Okay, so Crossfire wants to take. I have thieves' tools. With that, is it a magical
You're
lock
not
or is
sure.
it a physical one? Like,
Oh,
is
no,
there
you
like
can
a
definitely
hole
try
or
and
something where like a key would go into?
thieves tool your way inside.
I'll do
Are
that.
you proficient with them?
I do not think I am.
It'll be straight dex.
Got straight dexterity. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I'm not rolling well today. 7 again.
No, you're not. There's not. It's not like a tumbler or a traditional lock. It seems to be these kind of sliding, moving pieces inside the keyhole, just kind of scattered about. You're not able to unlock it.
When on the tour of the train, did I notice that the top of the 10th cart have artillery
Yes.
and an entrance possibly
You're not sure
into
about
the
an
train?
entrance. However, there were every 50 feet there are those cannons set up, and there is a gangway walkway on top. However, there are no stairs or ladders leading up from here.
Okay, gotcha.
In the ninth cart.
Where would be the closest ladder?
And it would be in the 8th cart.
Okay, I don't want to risk running into the Inferno Squad again. I try again maybe at the
You can
door,
try one
try
more time.
unlocking it or no? I'm gonna do a physical roll this time. Luck of the dice. That was a 4. That was a mistake. Okay.
Yeah. No.
I just brute
Yeah,
force
you
it
can
open.
definitely try.
Like, is there like a
You can definitely
scene?
try and use your athletics to break it down.
Okay, well, I want to take. Well, I want. Okay, so Crossfire takes out his
That'll give you
crowbar,
advantage.
and he has a smaller hammer, so he wants to position the crowbar inside the door and start tapping it very lightly, very quietly into the door, and see if there's any separation. So what am I rolling?
I mean, you can just roll an athletics.
+5 athletics. Okay, that was a 2, so advantage. I got one more. Ah, beautiful. 15 plus 5, 20.
Oh yeah, you're starting to kind of move the door open. However, it doesn't seem like you quite met the DC.
Okay. Like, can I see inside of it, or is it just like a crack?
No, you can't really see inside of it. It's more like you kind of get it open a little bit and then it closes back shut.
Okay, I'm gonna put my ear to the crack and see if I can hear anyone.
Okay. Make a perception check.
3 plus 2,
No,
so that's a
you can't hear
5.
anything.
I want to tape the crowbar out of the door. Is the crack
No,
still
it's
there, or
shut.
does it shut? And I want to. Is there an exit through the 9th cart?
Yeah,
Anyway.
it looks like there's those drawbridges. However, it looks like there is a lever that will lower them down.
Okay, I don't want to give away my whereabouts. So I'm gonna tentatively peek open the door of the 8th cart, but the divide between the 8th and the 9th, and see if the Inferno Squad members are still in the are
No, they don't seem to
occupying
be
that cart.
anymore.
Is anyone in that cart or
There seems
no?
to be a few Dragonborn kind of. Well, you see 3 Dragonborn. 2 of them seem to have these kind of clipboard-like items and are making notes, and one of the Dragonborn's just kind of standing there with them. The 2 with the clipboards look like officers.
Before doing that. Okay, gotcha. Before doing that, I want to just take my armor off. I want to can I suck it back into cube
Yes,
form?
you can.
Because these are the armor cubes. Okay, I'm gonna do that so I can get so I can take away the disadvantage I have on my stealth. I feel like sneaking around a train. You need some good stealth. So I want to kind of just attempt to just hold the area above my chest and kind of think to myself take armor off. Armor off.
It's an action, and it does it instantly.
Okay, gotcha. Sweet. Cool. Okay. So, I want to make my way through the 8th cart. Do they notice me at all?
Are you trying to stealth your way through the 8th cart, or are you just walking through?
I want to walk through
they
casual.
notice you. They don't pay you any mind or bother. They seem to be just taking inventory.
Where? So, can I go to the top
You
section
can
of
go
the
to
train?
top section of the train.
How many people are there? Is there a large amount of people?
Yeah, they're all on defense as well, because this is kind of their high ground. This is where it is fortified and protected. Every
High ground is very important in every battle
Yes.
technique. You know?
Every place that has the cannon has the 5 Dragonborn. Either 2 gunners. A loader. Somebody on the cannon. 2 people who are loading, and 2 people who are either scouting or shooting. So.
I want to make.
Dragonborn up top.
I'm just gonna casually. Gotcha. Can I? Is there like a distance or like a pathway between the different carts, top sides?
No, there's So every 50 feet, there's kind of this tower-like structure that has a circular fortification to it, and inside of it is the cannons. And then there are these not rails, but walkways between each of those towers for people to walk. And then on the outside of that, there are these gangways for people to walk as well.
Okay, so I just want to like casually he poses himself like he's supposed to be there. So he just he makes his way and he walks across to the final car. Does he see any entrance into the bottom or the levels?
You can make a perception check.
I will do that. So that's a 6 plus 2. So passive perception, passive
no, there
being
doesn't
12.
seem to be any.
Okay. This is really going down here quickly. Okay, so, is there the... Okay, I want to walk all the way back of the train. I think I need to recruit a someone to assist me on this.
Okay. As you're going back to this train, there is a 4th gunshot sound.
I walk slightly faster.
Yeah, you can get there.
I lower myself and I knock on the door of
As you lower
Sergio's
yourself
room.
and knock the door, Rain. By this time, you would have finished up, and they would have been escorting you back, and you would be in this area when Crosswire comes down.
Oh, hello, friend.
Where have you been?
Well, I've been out front repairing the rails to try to get us underway again.
Any chance?
Crake and Turok are there.
Have you been noticing?
Turok interrupts like I'm doing right now. I do apologize. Crake and I need to go to the command center and find out when we're going to be on our way and report.
Very well. I don't think I'll be moving around all that terrible much. I'll probably take a nap. I'm quite tired after all of this excitement.
Crake and Turok nod their heads at both of you and make their way back towards Section 5.
Yes, Rain, I do agree. Why don't we rest and retire, and I gesture to your room.
Oh, very well. I thought you had your own room, but yes, come in.
So I follow Rain into his room. Rain, have you noticed the several gunshots on the train? I did some sleuthing of myself, and they appear to be originating from the final cart of the train, the one that was locked to us previously.
Rain pulls out his holy symbol. Yes. We're not going to have to worry about any sort of retribution, I don't think, from those 4 that we turned into the authorities. They had me identify them earlier in that last car that you were trying to get into, and once I left, there was when those gunshots started. You can do that equation by yourself, I'm sure.
So it appears it appears that 99 was not lying when he said for us not to worry.
Yes, indeed.
The real question that I'm pondering is spacing of these shots. They were some time between them, possibly where 99 might have been extracting, or whoever was with them might have been extracting information from them. Perhaps information that would harm us, potentially.
What information would they have extracted from them that would have harmed us?
Nothing to the point that would be true, but rather it is not a hard calculation to make on their part that it was us that turned them in.
Well, I don't believe that that's an issue anymore. Regardless if they know that it was us that turned them in, they can't share that information anymore. Saloon's blessing upon them.
It is more of what they could have lied or what they could have told others in their last few moments. Like I said, there appeared to be some space between the shots, and I don't think they were twiddling their thumbs between those times.
I understand your concern, and I don't all at the same time. We shared nothing of importance with those people we met at the last stop. They knew who we were, they knew what we were part of, no different than 99. There's no information that they would have gained. And as far as any lies are concerned, we helped defend this train. We turned him in the first place to 99. There's no reason for him to believe any mistruths that may have been said.
And stop me if I'm over-analyzing this, but from the perspective of the Dragonborn, who have been quite kind to us to this point, we were there for the destruction of the airship. While in the desert with them, we separated from the main group, and only returning at a much greater point in time. And I'm sure that they noted the missing amulet that carelessly appeared in our bag. I just feel as if it would not be a hard leap if they did incriminate us in some point or share any false truths to imply that we might not be who we're saying we are. We, for what I know, have done nothing wrong, but more been in the wrong place at the wrong time, and our choices have led us away from the direct path.
I'm gonna stop you right there. You're overanalyzing it. The amulet we gave to Captain Adrix. How it became back into our possession, we do not know, but we have not shared that it became back into our possession outside of our own party.
I'm pretty sure Adrix would have noticed the missing amulet. I don't know. I just wish to warn you. Stay on your toes. I'm a bit skeptical of the hospitality and of this, whole area in general. I'm simply covering our backs, if you will.
I agree. There's reason to be skeptical of all the hospitality that we are receiving, but for now, whether or not 99 or any of the other people that are assigned to escort us know of the amulet or not is irrelevant. If they know, then they know, and there's nothing that we're going to be able to do about it, and they're going to keep watching us to see what we do. If they don't know, then they don't know, and we don't need to bring it up, and we continue trying to learn of it as we were before.
It's not the amulet per se that I worry about. It's not matter. I perhaps am overanalyzing this slightly. I do have a tendency, a screw loose, if you will, that makes me slightly a bit more analytical.
I do appreciate your, and as you mentioned before, the attack being a possibility of a distraction for those that wish to rob the train. That analytics can be good. In this instance, I think it's going just a tad too far, and like I said before, it's quite honestly, we're in the same. Our way forward doesn't appear to be any different, regardless of what the situation may be at this point.
Well, I'll leave you to get some rest. You definitely own it, but I'll keep that in mind. Crosswire wants to go, and he'll go back to his room.
As Crosswire steps out, Rain's just gonna turn around and go.
As you open up the door, Crosswire, there are 4 Dragonborn standing in front of you. All of them are familiar. There is 3-8, 4062 and 07. 38 takes a step forward and says, and looks at you, and then looks past you at Rain. Your party is being summoned up front. Raxus would have words with you. And Saoirse, there's a knock on your door. Does that even get picked up? Can you guys even hear the knocking? Man, that's pretty good. Knock, knock, knock. Because the real knocking. And
she's a bit of a heavy
you see
sleeper.
40 open up the door. Hey, and you hear 38 speak up. You're being summoned.
No,
I
you're
am.
being summoned. All right.
Rain will go in and just pick up Saoirse.
Don't, Rain, don't do that. All right. Okay. All right.
Don't be rude.
Just sleeping. It's rude to wake someone up who's sleeping. You don't summon someone who's sleeping. Thank you.
And they all kind of form a perimeter around you. You three are in the middle, and the four of them are surrounding you as 38 is walking forward. 99 is not in sight. As this is going on, the light, the ambient light from yellow, it goes from yellow to green. And there is what sounds like shouting. As Rain, you can basically interpret it to all hands on deck, essentially. Just everybody return. And you guys make it to the front compartment, the front section of the train, which you haven't really seen too much of. As I've said, this train is essentially a massive castle wall just extended. You guys make it through the main, the second tower, essentially, and they seem to be leading you to the very front end of the train, the first tower, where you assume that's probably where Raxus's office, quarters, or whatever are.
I've been talking the whole time. What's going on? What do we want?
We're being summoned by Araxis.
All right. I mean, what?
I don't know. That's why we need to go find out. Maybe there'll be more dumplings.
As you guys are walking by, there seems to be more soldiers in this part of this train. They seem to have the same armor as the others that are escorting you, as well as 99, and they seem to be all divers. I think, Saoirse, with your highest passive, you can...
Which means that I was ignoring the knock.
Oh, I knew you
I heard the knock. Just want to make that clear. For high perception.
You can see, with your passive of 21, that all of these Dragonborn have these kind of etchings inside of their necks that are very small, and they seem to be tattoo numbers, essentially. You can see it on the 4 Dragonborn that are escorting you, and the other Dragonborn in this section. And as you guys make it towards the very front end of the train, you feel that kind of lurching sensation as it seems the train is getting back into motion. There is a plain wooden door. It seems to just be oak. A very, very traditional, just banded iron, it seems. You watch as 38 opens it up and gestures for you all to go inside. Inside, it seems to be almost like a map room. There are maps all along the walls, and it's a little strange because there's runes all over them. They seem to be just arcana equations and stuff. And there is a familiar large map in the center that seems to be a living organic map, as in you can see birds, you can see clouds, or you can see mountain ranges. It seems to be a moving mobile map. And the furniture is mostly wood. Oak seems to be a big fan of oak. There's chairs, there are a lot of chests as well as scrolls in these kind of black potted clay pots with this kind of bright red calligraphy on it. You can see Raxus facing you with his hands on the map table, kind of looking down at it. He definitely dominates the room. The room is fairly large, as the ceiling probably goes up about 25 feet before there is the stone. And he kind of looks up at all of you. There is a very passive look on his face. There doesn't seem to be any emotion or anything.
You asked and we have arrived. What can we assist you with?
Already talked with Marcellus, and he and I are on a equal standing and foot, so to say. I need to know how involved in this world you are going to be.
What? That's a weird thing to say. I mean, I just woke up from a nap. I was dreaming about sugar cookies, but like, what do you mean? How involved are we going to be in this world that we got randomly teleported to without our consent?
Do you mean if
on
we're
a
going to
ship
start
and we
a
fall?
small business or something?
I
Like-
know
like, if
Marcellus
we're that involved, we're
plans
not
on
like.
staying here. He's
Alright.
in his room.
Where is he?
You can roll an
Okay.
insight check.
Do I believe him?
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, you believe him. Doesn't seem to be
Okay.
lying.
Alright, it's weird. Just...
Sure.
Do I believe him?
Sure.
I'm
Go
also
ahead
going
and roll.
to. I'm also going
Rain,
to roll
would you like to insight as well?
an insight check.
No, I believe him.
Yes, you believe him.
17. Do I believe him?
Well, what do you mean?
What do I mean about Marcellus? He's sleeping.
No, I mean, what do you want with this
I-
question?
I think what he's referring to is our longevity in becoming, for lack of a better term, citizens of Zari. You have a
Yes.
wonderful land here.
And you have aided us
um,
a few times with the information regarding the attempt of stealing spice. However, that does not give you a free pass to break any laws. Trespassing, attempted breaking and entering on a military vessel is punishable by death.
well, as far as I know, we've
I am aware.
done no such thing.
Right? You're being like very specific and also like very vague at the same time. I appreciate all
Sersha,
of
I
your
would think
hospitality.
you should
it's
ask
been very nice.
your friend who is remaining quiet if they understand why I'm being so specific.
Oh,
Well,
we're doing
yeah.
a passive thing. Got it. All right.
I don't know about you all, but I greatly like this world, and I would like to create a place for myself within it.
Did you try to break in somewhere, Crosswire?
Rain is rubbing his temples very firmly right now.
Whatever do you
Crosswire.
mean? I simply went, and I went to go see if I can find a new bedroll for myself. Seeing how I pull out the burnt bedroll, this one seems to be a bit tarnished after our last encounter.
Crosswire, please, now is not the time for this. Araxis, I apologize for my friend's behavior. We will do our best to ensure that he does not stray too far away from the path of legality.
The 4 other adventurers have been executed. I am sure you have already, and he looks at Rain, guessed as much.
Rain clutches where his symbol would be.
99 will no longer be joining you, as I have received new orders from the palace. Unfortunately, you'll have to find your own way up north, as when we make it to the keep, of the forgotten and lost, this will strictly be a military vessel.
And how might we find our way? What other means of transports?
There will be other rails. There's the civilian ones of House Thulin, as well as Moko Moon.
Let's not abuse their hospitality any further, Crosswire. We appreciate it. We will do our best to further answer your question. We will do our best to stay in the line of the law. As while we're here, we do intend to try to find the person that put us here in the first place and deal with that as we can. However, we will keep it apprised if we find a way to head back home. Until that time, we will be good guardians and citizens of this land.
That is good to know.
Can you tell the princess something for me?
I do not have the princess's ear, but I do have ears. I do have the ears of those who speak to her.
All right. Can you use your mouth to have the ear? Does the ear have a mouth? Can you just tell her? I'm sorry.
Not said. I would suggest that at the next stop, you get off and head towards the civilian section of the town.
Very well. We will do such a thing. I would just like to reiterate, we appreciate your kindness and your assistance thus far and our time here. Isn't that right, Crosswire?
Oh, yes, of course. I have not been able to have any of the dumplings, but I can see that little Sasha here quite enjoyed them.
Just Saoirse. Right now.
As far as looking like I have no idea what you're talking about.
Adrix. I know you've been asking about him. What is it that you are asking?
We gave him talisman that we found in the desert.
Of a bat.
Yes, we were just curious about it.
And nothing significant happened with this talisman.
I mean, it would be weird if nothing happened with this random talisman that we found in the desert. You seem very intelligent. I'm not going to beat around the bush here. We've overstayed our hospitality. That's obvious.
Yes, you have.
For some reason, it came back into our possession, and us being on a new planet. Suspicious of everyone around us.
As you should
Being
be.
that we gave it to Captain Adrix, and it came back to us. Just became suspicious and curious.
And that is all that happened with the talisman.
No, that's not. But that is all that happened with Captain Adrix.
Understood. The talisman that you are asking about is a holy symbol. Holy is a vague word for it. For a demon lord by the name of Ior. I do apologize, but you clearly know more than what is going on, of what you are saying. What happened with this talisman?
And at what point do we know that we're safe anywhere? We've just come from a strange situation. Not sure if you're familiar, but I think we've shared all the information that each side is willing to share.
I do not wish to play coy, but I must agree with my friend here. Suspicious doesn't begin to quite cover how we felt in that moment when we realized that this talisman that we had handed over to somebody that we had trusted, somebody close to your, for lack of a better term, leader, it is now, and then immediately following that, we now have armed guards, and Brain will gesture around to the people around him. So we are suspicious of what it is and what it all means for us. So we will keep a certain bargaining chip for ourselves for the moment.
Understood. It's good to have bargaining chips, especially when it seems that all the players are much more powerful than you.
I think it's fun. I think it's fun. It's going to be great. We're just here to survive. You know what it's like.
I do. And Saoirse, you can see that the tattoo etching on him is double zeros.
So would we be like, this is Robert, like would we be able to assume that he would also be an Inferno diver, perhaps like the very first incarnation?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
from what you've heard and stuff, you would guess that he's probably an Inferno diver, or was, just because seems to be surrounded by them.
Is that all?
I have decided that there will be a change of plans.
Lovely.
Congratulations. You have been conscripted by the Serenian government, the throne, and the military. You are going to be working with Crake, as well as Turok, and investigating the tombs of Ior.
Whisper to Rain. What does conscripted mean?
Forcibly made to do. We have no choice. We are going to assist the military.
How does that work?
How does what work?
Just that's like a prisoner. It's not conscripting. It's imprisoning. Wait, you just have a different word for
No.
it here?
You'll be doing jobs. I'm sorry, jobs is not the right word in common. You'll be completing missions. And reporting.
Why?
What was that? Because
Why?
you're a group of adventurers. I have a war to win. I need this investigated. I don't have the resources.
We're a group of former prisoners trying to get
It
home.
might help you get home quicker.
By being forced to do something that we don't know.
I believe a slightly better way of perceiving this is we are unwilling employees. I don't believe we are going to be under lock and key. And he gives him like the people's eyebrow, or the rock eyebrow at Araxis, and goes, I just believe we'll be observed and requested to go on these missions. I don't believe it's going to interfere very much with our own investigation into how to get home.
Well, it's a good thing we all have trust. That is going to be a great foundation for this relationship.
Yes. Well, the trust goes both ways, it would seem. And I believe me and my people have been nothing but hospitable to you and your group.
We mean no disrespect to you or the Steel Song clan. You have been very hospitable, and we would never dream to think that you were the ones to cause us any suspicion in the first place. We just-
hospitable up until this moment where we're now being forced to do something against our will. Just
Mhm.
clarifying that, right? Okay.
It is a point of tension. But I read the writing on the wall, as I believe my compatriots do. We will assist you. We will dig into these temples as you wish, under the guidance of Crake and Turok.
They will be there to help you. They will not be giving you orders. They will not be telling you how to do things. You are free to do it as you like. You are going to be conscripted
Free.
in a very loose term. You'll have 2 Dragonborn, 2 of my own with you. They will not attempt to, if you flee, they will not follow you. They will just report back in, and you will be exiled from these lands and parts. You will not be hunted You will not be killed. You will not be assassinated.
Sersha, I believe that to be a sign of trust going forward. I believe, Crosswire, you can chime in on this as well, that we should extend the same foregoing trust so that this relationship going forward is one set on better foundations.
Yes, I quite do agree with you. Trust is a very valuable thing to have, and it goes both ways.
You will be given standard issue Serenian gear. You will be each allowed to visit any quartermaster there is in Serene to resupply and get new equipment. The more missions you complete, the higher renown you get, the more access you will have.
Very well. Sersha, shall we share our last bit of information as a sign of trust?
Takes a deep sigh. Kind of looks away from Rain after he asked her that. Fine. Talisman was given away. It's not in our possession anymore.
Who did you give it to?
Damien? I believe his name was.
Was this fiend a devil, a demon, or some sort of neutral fiend? Are you even aware of what those are?
I would have known, right?
Yeah, you would know
What
what
a
a devil
devil
is.
It's a devil. It's Damien the Demon, right? That's how I remembered it. I was writing it.
You
into
gave
my notes.
the talisman
Close.
It was less of us
I
speaking
don't
from
know if
rather.
it. I don't remember. I think it was. I just remember saying Damien the Demon, but I don't know. That's seeming wrong.
It
He
was
was a
rather a
devil.
trade. We traded the talisman for the life of our comrade Marcellus.
Unfortunate.
Well, as
Quite
you
so.
said, we are not quite the most powerful thing on this planet in this realm.
Oh, it was a devil. There was a devil. I remember thinking, oh, Damien the Demon. Oh, that's not right. He's a devil.
A
Don't
devil.
say that.
You gave it to
but,
a devil.
Yeah. Yes.
Nods his head. Very well. Seems
It's a creature quite unlike anything I've seen before, and I hope to see again. I don't hope to see again.
Trisha's lights are like burning bright, like just blinding, and her fire and her hair, like her hair kind of fire, is just like thrashing around.
you will not be given a military rank. You will keep your names. But you will remember not to cross us.
Crosswire.
He nods his head.
Tomorrow, there is an inn called the Naked Manticore. There, you will meet and talk with Turok and Crake, and they will give you the dossier for your first mission.
Very well. Is that all?
We Serenians have been at war for a very, very long time. We have little patience now. One wrong move, and we are on the brink of extinction. I do not have time to play games with a small group of adventurers. Keep that in mind. You are all dismissed.
Good day to you, Field Marshal. And Rain doesn't wait. He just turns around and walks out.
Crossfire follows.
Saoirse stares at him.
Stares back at you.
Good thing you've got a small band of prisoners. She walks away.
The four escort you back to your rooms. And waiting for you outside of your rooms, you see 99. And the other four return back to the front section. I'm sorry. I was not planning
Indeed.
or hoping that it would go or turn this way.
I will
What
say to you
happened?
the same thing.
Was it really just Crosswire
No.
walking around?
This does not fall blame to one person in particular. I feel like, and he starts talking in Sylvan. I feel like this was something planned from Raxus from the beginning. I did not know what's going on, but the rumors I've heard are not good.
In Sylvan, she says. It's a fucking prick.
I don't know what he said to you.
Are you? Oh, you know, just lots of kind words. He's very passive. I don't like when people are passive.
He is very patient. He is a predator. He is the one who will wait hours for his prey to come across him, and then he will strike.
I know exactly the type.
I was able to get you something that should be helpful. Rain, you have a sending stone that will be able to communicate with me. I will keep you updated on what is going on. Admiral Aralani has been relieved of duty effective immediately. She is no longer in charge of the war effort. Raxus is.
What? Oh.
I do not know. The Gadar have been mustering their strength, re-equipping, upgrading. Moko Moons has been importing ammunition and magical supplies from Seamouth at an alarming rate. And I've also possibly heard the rumors that Captain Adrex has been executed.
She has like a dumpling from inside her pocket. She's like stressing.
That is
sorry,
the rumor.
what?
There was a high-profile public execution at the keep that you are heading to.
Well, what did he
I don't know.
do?
I don't
to
know
just...
what is going on, but things are happening. Things are moving.
Can't be of what it can't be what we've said. We were just like, hey, where is he? He's a good guy, but we're just curious. He's like my friend. It's like that's the only thing I ever said about him until just now.
Yes.
Is
he
this all
speaking
still
in
Sylvan?
Just like looking at Jay, being like, "Do I get some coffee later?" You know, just. Perhaps we can speak in a similar tongue so that we can all understand. Those, Saoirse, what seems to be the
And
problem?
a giant, he says to you, the walls have ears, my friend. It is not a good time to speak. And he tells you exactly what he just told Saoirse. And then he looks to you, Rain, and in Elvish he says, I do apologize. I thought you spoke Sylvan as well.
No, I had to double check. I was like, do I?
It was a bit racist of me. I apologize.
Ha!
And he tells you the same thing
Yeah,
that he
such
just told
is life.
Saoirse.
Will we ever
Yes,
see
I
you
will
again?
find my way to find you guys again, or at least maybe help you out in whatever tomb raiding expeditions you go on. Do
Can
not
we
worry
help you?
about me. I am
Well, I'm going to worry. You
I am
can't tell me
99.
not to worry.
the last of my squad. I am an Inferno diver. I will be fine.
Yeah, you are.
Do not worry.
Okay.
I do.
Just don't. I'm gonna
Whatever it is that you find about Ior. And he looks very hesitant, and he's speaking in common now to all three of you. Raxus has been obsessed with this for a long time now, this demon lord. He thinks it's a way to destroy the blue dragon.
And what if Turok and Craig? Can they be trusted in the way that we trust you?
I don't know, I'm pretty great. I don't know if there's anybody else you can trust as much as you trust me. But
That's
I
a really
would
good joke.
do not trust Craig. He is
Very
a
well.
steel song through and through. Turok is a little bit more open to the world. Eventually, I'll be able to supply you with Inferno squad gear, but that won't be for a while.
For now, I would tell you the same thing I told the Raxus. So for you, and then I will start speaking Elvish again. We trust you and your clan to do the right thing. We had no doubts about you from the beginning. Appreciate your assistance up until now and going forward into the future. Thank you, friend.
I am sorry. It does seem that in all wars, regardless if it is a good versus evil, that even the little people get caught up in it and hurt.
It's a general question. Who does... I mean, technically, we don't actually know what he's doing, but who does Braxis report to?
The military is separate from the throne in a sense. It has been for quite some time. There is a revolving leadership between the Kadar, the Steel Song, and Thulin. The previous leader of the military was Grand General Titus. He thought that the best way to get rid of the dragon was to amass a massive army, and he and his troops of all the houses pushed on the oasis. There were no survivors, and nobody came back, and nobody knows what happens.
I actually remember you, I believe,
Grand
explaining that.
Admiral Arulani had a much
Right.
more sort of idea on how to deal with the dragon. Fortify, regrow, re-strengthen, and slowly creep in. We have been making a general push and getting rid of the Stormweavers' gnolls for quite some time. Oh,
So are you saying that he doesn't report to anyone? He is now the Grand General.
he is a field marshal.
Whatever you just
They all have different titles. The Kadar,
All right. So who would he? Do you know what he?
in
who he
theory, the
reports
crown,
to?
the princess. But all she has is her pale guard. And they are excellent, skilled warriors, but they cannot stop an army. The Kadar will, depending on what happens with Raxus and what he says to them, will follow him blindly. And whoever has the Kadar, does not look good.
I do want to thank you for all that you have done for us. I know that we have not always been the easiest group throughout our time in this world, but you have always been a ally, so to say.
In a few days that I've gotten to know all of you, I would consider you friends.
It's been like 3 days in game, and we're like, "You're my brother." I love it. I love D&D.
Do hope we see you again. If I can ask one final favor. When you prepare us our new Steel Song embellishments, might I ask for
I'll see
one
what
of
I
your
can do.
guns?
As I said, Inferno diver equipment I do have access to, but I won't. You need to. Well, depending on what you decide to do, the more missions you complete, the better stuff I can get you.
Very well, do what you can. In the meantime, we will attempt to do what we can.
Good luck to all of you. And he turns around and walks away.
Saoirse reaches, like, starts going towards him for a hug, and then stops and looks at him and said, "Can I give you a hug?"
He does turn around, and only if you allow me to get on one knee, so I may look at you face to face.
I'm
We're
flying.
moving.
Oh, right. Shit, she doesn't fly on here. God, I forgot about that. Right. I'm on the floor this whole time. Yep.
And he gives you a hug.
Of course.
I hope you like your gifts. I was able to procure them. Now, good luck.
Thank you.
In Elvish, Rain will just say a prayer to Saloon,
Lay out for him.
basically asking.
Is that basically
Look
like
out
the
for my
gist
home.
of your prayer?
Yeah.
Me.
To like, and a tranquility to you in your times of rest. May the moonlight guide your way in dark times.
God, Twilight Claire is fucking cool. What are you guys doing now?
The music's so emotional right now. Do you guys want to find Marcellus?
We should probably let him know that we've been conscripted. He's not going to
Hate
be
that
happy. He's not going to be happy about another war.
I'm gonna go knock on his room
There
door.
isn't any response.
Alright, this is what I did earlier. Just ignored the knock.
Yeah, you open it. There's
Trying to
nobody
open it.
inside.
Peculiar.
Is he invisible? She starts like swatting the air with her arms and moving around.
I see any of his belongings there, like his staff, anything?
Doesn't
No
really have
bags.
much.
Like, what is the state of the room? Like, is the bed made?
it's
Is
made.
it unmade?
Yeah, I'm gonna look and see if there was a struggle. If he got fucking kidnapped, yo.
Yeah, you can make a perception checks or investigation checks. I apologize.
No worries. I can do an investigation. This is not my cleric knowledge. I forgot that investigation is not good.
I got a
Okay.
4, so I'll be useless.
Rain is just going to be looking
Oh.
like around the hall.
18.
18. You look around the room. There doesn't seem to be any sign of a struggle or evidence that anybody was even here at any point in time. Doesn't even look lived in. There is no smell of Marcellus at all.
It's like he wasn't even here.
We have the wrong room potentially, and I go down to the door beside
A
and
dragonborn
knock.
opens it.
Excuse me, sorry for waking you, but perhaps did you see an old man walk through here the past
No,
few
I have not
hours?
seen Marcellus. If that is what you were asking.
Have you
Yes.
heard
No.
anything? Like in the next room? All right.
Well, thank you. Sorry for interrupting again. You may go back to sleep.
No, he's just
etching on
a
their neck.
steel song officer.
It's Dragonborn. Okay.
Raxus
Okay.
did say that he already talked to Marcellus.
What does that mean? Did he
I
take
don't-
Marcellus? Marcellus would never do that.
I
Marcellus
don't
would
know,
have fought.
unless he
Don't
didn't
have-
want to fight and he wanted. I don't know.
I don't have any way of like communicating to him magically or anything.
Well, let's not be too
Oh!
hasty.
Ugh.
We still have a day until we arrive in the town, and we are removed from this train.
I mean,
We
I
will
could
ask
call
more
forth
questions then.
I could call forth a beast, or I could turn into a tiny spider and go look for him.
Let's give him time. Perhaps he is processing in his own way.
Yeah. He's always on his own.
Indeed. I worry about him
Crosswire
sometimes.
is during this time. Crosswire is just like thinking to himself, like, did I just mess up? Did I just get Marcellus killed? You guys can go ahead and rest. I'm going to go to the dining hall and see if he might have just woken up and have been hungry.
I just don't. I don't know. I don't want to wait. It's just I know he likes to be on his own and he processes things that way, but I mean this is just weird. Like it's just the timing of everything that we just encountered with Raxus and everything. It said that he spoke. That's the last thing that we know.
Oh.
About Marcellus.
Well, the first question we were asked is, what is the allegiance to the world? And Marcellus has been very clear that he wants no part with his previous one, so I think not to worry to an extent, because I think Marcellus, if offered, would have taken any chance of staying within this world and not returning to his previous. Also, in the fact that we were not informed anything has happened to him by 99, who conceivably might know if anything did.
I must ask the silver goddess for guidance. You'll have to excuse me. And Rain's just gonna go to his room and
No.
shut the door.
She tries to follow you and say, "We shouldn't be separate. I don't trust this. I won't go looking, but we should stay together."
I do agree on that.
Rain, you see there is this chest that's in there that was not in there previously.
Presents.
Yeah. Open the door back up. Come in. I believe we have some things we need to look at.
Ooh,
Crosswire quickly
presents.
goes to his room and see if there's a chest in there as well.
There is.
He'll grab it.
It is probably about 3 feet long. It seems to be wood and metal. There's a simple latch keeping it closed that is not locked.
One too in your room.
Yes, there's one here as well. Sersha, I might suggest that you look for such
She's gone.
equipment.
Yes, there's a chest in your room as well.
Okay. Can I pick it up?
No. Well, what's your strength?
+2.
+2? Yeah, you can pick it up.
Hell yeah. I could drag it probably.
Yeah, no.
It's
mean,
probably
it's 3
way.
feet
I was
long.
gonna say it's too awkward for her to hold because her arm length is not 3 feet.
like this.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm
but
sure,
she's just
like,
gonna drag it.
stumbling
She's just
around
gonna
aimlessly.
she's just gonna drag it or push it if there's no like latches for her to drag, and then come back and just say, "All right, do you want to pray? We'll be quiet first, and then check the chests."
Well, praying is kind of a continuous thing, but before we go too far, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic to see if there's any crazy magic I'm worried about.
Crazy magic that you're worried about? There is magic coming from these chests.
Oh, wait. What about the wait, can I tell that he's detecting magic or no?
No.
Damn it.
Basically, I want to see if there's anything magical about the chest itself.
Oh, the chest? No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, these appear to be just regular chests, although there's curious items within.
All right, and you said you pray later. We can
Yes.
wait. I like I said, I'm worried about him. So if you feel that this could help,
The Silver Goddess isn't always quick to respond.
open my chest.
Okay, who are we starting with first?
Me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Inside, find a very neat looking rock that has this kind of, it seems to be this polished gray with this kind of green mixed into it. Do you guys have a way to identify things?
Not at this current moment. I
You're
think
gonna have to spend some time with it.
rain. No, we don't have. Nope. Yeah. I
Okay.
forgot. I was like, I can't remember. If
The one time we did
got something.
identify objects, we had someone help us. Currently, we have no way of identifying magical objects.
Okay, neat rock, polished gray green, magical.
It is this kind of this bluish clear ball. There are a
Wall.
total of ball,
Oh, I was like, it's a wall.
like a kind of like a marble. There are 2 total, and they're this spherical. It measures probably about 3/4 of an inch.
Mhm.
And roll me a d4. Actually, there isn't 2. There are a total of
3 on the d4.
7.
Wait, I thought you said there was 2 of them.
I know, I misspoke.
Oh, so okay, there are 7 of them. Sorry.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm just misreading things left and right.
No worries. I got you now. Okay.
There is what looks like a deck of cards. No.
Why is it always the chaos characters? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. And this large kind of canteen as well. And last but not least, there seems to be a kind of like a stick that fits all the way. It's probably like 2 inches and like 11 inches long. It seems to be you, and you immediately get
It's half my height. Got it.
a connection with nature from it.
Is it YUE? How's this one again?
YEU, I think.
YEU.
I forget. Jay, do you have any way to identify?
And I'm sorry, you said I feel a what connection to it?
Nature. Connection to
Nature.
nature. And that is all that is inside yours. You have those beads, the staff, and a thing of water.
Crossfire goes and opens his chest next.
Inside, you see what looks like a firearm.
Ah,
It has
YEW.
YE. What did I say? YEU?
I said YEU, and you
I-
were like, no, YUE, or I said YUE, and you said YU. It's YEW.
Yeah, I knew it was YEW in my head.
Yeah.
I just said
We
the wrong
got
thing.
it, guys.
There is what seems
Sorry.
to be a 2-barrel breech-loaded firearm. On the bottom end of it is this large kind of axe blade head.
like
And
it.
inside you see a total of 78 of these strange cartridges that seem to be the ammunition.
That's it. Oh, okay. Well, I'll take it. I'll very much take it. These are this particular weapon is different from the ones we tried previously, correct? The rifle and the
Yes, yes. It seems
Okay.
a little bit more ornate and customized.
just the way I like it.
Yeah. Oh, I
Uh,
mean. Oh, still talking about his chest? Sorry.
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, Rain gingerly opens the chest.
Oh yeah! No, not that.
No.
Okay. Inside
Kool-Aid
you
Man, yeah.
see it is Jackanoid scale. There is a that probably came from him. And there is a etching of a draconic that says send, essentially. Inside there seems to be a sensor. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, the
Exactly.
monk wavy thing that emits smoke.
Yes.
It's an incense carrier.
What?
It's an incense carrier.
Yeah,
Like you put
basically.
incense inside of it,
Mhm.
and the smoke comes out of it. I used to do that as an altar server.
Oh, same.
Bunch of Catholics.
Yep.
Nope.
Survived 18 years.
Survivor.
Yep.
And a pair of boots. They're this kind of darkish green. They're laced with this almost silky. It almost feels like it's not even real. It's so light. The laces. They have this kind of purple toe to them, purple metallic toe, and there's definitely magic coming.
Since I have detect magic up, was there any magic coming from the sensor?
Yes, there is, and that's all that's in yours.
Departing gifts from our friend 99, it appears.
Yes, gifts, but under the pretense we're getting them, I'm being conscripted is not the way I was picturing this going. I apologize for any of this is my fault.
While I do not condone your actions, it does not appear that they were the cause of what is happening right now. But we know where we stand.
Or
morally.
more, or more or less.
I don't know at this. We truly know at this point is that we can trust those of us in this room. Outside of that, hard to say.
I hate that includes Marcellus.
Indeed. Until we have time to discuss with him, with his background, what little I do know, I may have fallen to the allure of Araxis and what he's doing.
Or I mean, maybe dead.
Yes, we will find out before the morrow.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
I want to know what my magic rock is.
Ah, dude.
Oh, you motherfucker!
Conscripted.
We ain't your citizens. You can't conscript us.
Congratulations. You were being
Ugh.
Yeah.
My mic might have been muted, but you could have heard my jaw hit the table.
Mm-hmm.
Just one revelation after another. Like, for the 10th episode, we made this one monumental, guys. Like,
Absolutely crazy.
I want to thank everyone for listening to today's episode of the podcast. I want to wish everyone a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week, and we'll see what crazy adventures we get into next time. Have a wonderful week, everyone.